maybe throughout your career, you definitely worked in some large atmospheres and large hospitality organizations and something a little smaller. Maybe you can compare how working in a large organization, like for example Hilton in Europe, compares to smaller environments and then now your own place.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess working for a large corporate company, I mean, everything is very structured in the company. I find that when you're a department head, and you're the executive chef or the housekeeper, the front office manager, there's a lot of procedures that have to be followed within the company. There's a lot of training involved. There's a lot of meetings involved. I just find, I mean, the difference now with in a small environment being your own boss. I mean, you dictate what has to be done, and you dictate on what initiatives you want to do and things like that. Going back to the corporate world, it's all very, very structured. You're basically accountable for your department, your numbers and everything. And the other thing, when you're in a big environment like that, you have unions also, so that brings a completely different element to it, because now you have to follow a certain guidelines and a book of rules and regulations. Some people abuse the system, and that's the difficult part. A lot of times, you as a department head become more of an HR person, because you're constantly putting out fires, or you're dealing with issues, you're being challenged. So those are the things that I find that are really those are the challenges that you're going to have, and you have to be a very strong individual to handle that. Going back to your own environment, like a smaller environment like this, again, as I said, you're in control, so you have the ability to do things in a way that you feel fit and that it's right, but being fair too. I mean, you don't want to run it as a place that's not being fair. So again, working in that environment is really good, because you learn the culture, and then you can adapt it into your own business.
Yeah,
for
excellent,
sure.
excellent.